Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl in your face while you're sleeping. Shocking fish moments caught on camera. Fishing. Nothing beats snagging a massive catch to flaunt to your friends later on. Yes, fishing is the quintessential pastime to get involved in when exploring the wild outdoors. But while fishing, you might end up doing one or two crazy things that can really, how shall I put it, go overboard. Heck, some of the people on this list were just having a peaceful fishing experience when suddenly they came across something spectacular, or something weird happened right in front of them. Oh, and some of the fish that were caught were so massive they'd probably smash a couple of world records before being cooked up into scrumptious gourmet meals. With that being said, let's take a look at some of the most shocking fishing moments caught on camera. Number 14. No one beats the bear. Let's face it, bears are the original fishermen. They've been doing it way before we evolved to grasp basic hunting tools, let alone a fishing rod. These lovely animals have an uncanny ability to detect fish and catch them in the river. Now picture coming across a brown bear that had no trouble snagging a quick bite to eat out of its local river, snapping on its meal with the flashy style of a professional basketball player. How cool is that? Before they pin a passing fish, many brown bears will wait and watch the water. Others dive in and catch their prey. Brown bears are actually such talented fishermen that sometimes they can individually select their prey. When there are a lot of fish in the stream, bears will choose the younger, more nutrient-rich fish. Number 13. Big catch. Don't mind if I do. Fishing requires patience, so when you catch a massive fish after sitting on the dock for hours, it's important to celebrate your big catch. For this guy, the celebration called for a size comparison between the big fish he caught, just for perspective. It's hard to tell from the photo, but it looks like the fish could be more than 5 feet long. And credit the girl in this picture for not only pulling off the handstand, but also crossing her feet to match the pattern of the fish's tail. Now that's some attention to detail right there. Number 12. Roll tide. Okay, so just to let you in on something in case you didn't know, up in the South, the term roll tide is actually a famous phrase used frequently by the University of Alabama's football team. But here it takes a different meaning. This crazy fisherman has created a makeshift flotation device from which they can fish. The boat, if you can even call it that, looks like it rolls back into shore with the tide. The vessel may not be the best looking thing on the planet, but it's probably more comfortable than 90% of the canoes and small boats out there. Not only does it have a folding chair, but that folding chair lets people know who's boss. Number 11. The big boy catch. Yup, if you don't regularly hit the gym, then you'll know it takes a lot of strength to reel in a big fish. Looking at this picture, one might wonder how massive this fish could possibly be. From the looks of it, it seems like the fish has dragged this guy several yards toward the lake and could possibly even pull him into the water. It would seemingly take superhuman strength to reel in this baby. It might be best for this guy to cut his losses. But if he's stubborn enough, this would make for a terrific new episode of Man vs. Beast. Just imagine this normal-sized guy taking on a 500-pound bass. Number 10. Human teeth. There are tens of thousands of species of fish on the planet, but this may be the only fish on Earth that has teeth this strange. Finding a fish with human-like teeth is a rare occurrence in and of itself, and those odds seem like 1 in a million. If you catch a fish like this, you have to keep it as a pet, right? Look at those gigantic teeth. It would be heartbreaking to watch this fisherman cook a fish that looks so unique like this. Let's all hope this guy made the right choice and got a giant fish tank for this unique fish. Number 9. Meet the whale. If you want to know the true meaning of a timid monster, then look nowhere else than coming across a whale while fishing. I mean, it's one thing to see it on TV while David Attenborough is narrating, but to see it in person and record it, that's a whole other experience. And that's exactly what happened in this case when these guys came across a massive whale almost 100 times their size. I mean, talk about perspective. Number 8. Lazy boys. What's better than sitting in a lazy boy chair? How about drinking a couple of beers and doing some grilling on a fishing boat with your best friend? This duo of fishermen is incredibly resourceful, managing to get all the necessities on their fishing boat. It might not look like much, but it's a great time. With a chair, a cooler, a table, and what looks like a cooking device on the canoe, these two could make a killing selling these on the internet. Surely dozens of fishers would take these guys up on their killer offer like the Lazy Boy canoe. Any takers out there? Number 7. Fly fishing. Spearfishing isn't wildly popular, but it has surged in popularity as of late. In this picture, this man takes spearfishing to an entirely new level. Most spearfishers, if that's what they are called, use professional equipment and scuba gear. This guy, he doesn't need any of that fancy stuff. All it takes for this guy to catch the perfect fish is a big stick and a little leap into the water. He might get wet, but the perfect photo he'll have afterward more than makes up for the fact that he has to take a dive. Now that's taking the term awesome to a whole other level. Number 6. Gator gone wrong. We've seen some big fish throughout the years, but how many fish look like they just ate a small animal right before they chomped on a hook? Seriously, what kind of bait were they trying to use here? Anyways, the boy and his dad look pretty terrified after what gets caught up on the line. A gator. You can see the little kid regrets coming for the camping trip. I bet his whole life flashed before his eyes. Thank God nothing happened to him, but one thing's for sure, someone's going to be sleeping on the couch tonight. Number 4. Now she's the catch. When the old bait and chain decides to pick up a rod and get the job done, it's not clear whether this bride-to-be is fishing before, after, or during her wedding, or whether there even is a wedding at all. Could she be fishing for the man who got away? Is her husband on her left, but just out of frame? There are so many questions. Yep, she definitely knows her stuff, and you can tell she's enjoying every minute of it. But the question is, why would anyone be fishing in a wedding dress? Beach weddings aren't that popular to begin with, and fishing-themed weddings may be even less common. Credit to this bride for breaking tradition. Number 3. Flood fishing. Fishing is a sport of urgency. When you spend so much time waiting for a fish to take the bait, you learn that nothing is more important than the fish on the line, even if you're in the middle of a flash flood. Does this guy think there are going to be fish swimming down the street during a flash flood? More importantly, could that be possible? This guy could be crazy, but he just might be onto something. Only time will tell if the flash flood fisherman comes home empty-handed, or whether he comes home with a bucket of fish. And now we've come to the best pick of the day. Now this is a sight for sore eyes. That there looks like a giant stingray. These creatures are completely hard to spot in ocean waters, so if you ever come across one like this one fishing party here, don't forget to take a photo of it. Number 2. Charles Darwin would be proud. Do you ever wonder why a fish would ever take the bait off a line when millions of its ancestors have taken the bait before? At some point, it would seem like fish would wise up and recognize that the swarming worm on a hook might not be worth the risk of getting hooked. The fish, though, seems to understand that. The big guy is toying with the fisherman, trying to catch it, swimming right under the poles that have been set up to hook a fish like him. It's as if he's saying, "You think you can catch me? Try again." Number 1. When Grandpa shows off his skills. Fishing is a rare sport that crosses generational lines. Every man gets to a certain age where he can't step on a basketball court without pulling a hamstring or tearing an ACL. But fishing can connect people of all ages, from kids in elementary school to grandparents. This man looks determined to make his catch. Yeah, he might have to use a walker to get from point A to point B, but when he's fishing, he's in control. It's hard to imagine there are many things an old guy would want to do more than get out in the water and throw a line in. Now with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. So, which one of these fishing moments impressed or freaked you out the most? Let us know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know what number I skipped. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell to get more enriching content. As always, thanks for watching.